Hey, welcome back to Dad's Van. Today I'm going to be showing you how to clear, read and clear fault codes using the iCarSoft MB2. This is about 150 bucks on Amazon, and it really comes in handy. In my case, with a lot of the electrical work I was doing under the driver's seat, there was a situation where I had to have the battery disconnect cable connected, but I had the wiring that comes up to monitor the seatbelt disconnected because the seat was removed, and that's going to trigger an SRS a fault code. And since I knew that's what caused it, I was comfortable clearing that code myself. But this is a really neat tool. It'll allow you to read a lot of different fault codes on the Sprinter, and it's a good diagnostic tool to have on hand. I've got a link to this below in the description. Clicking on that link will give me a small commission, but it doesn't cost you anything more. So appreciate if you're interested in buying this, use the link. Every little bit helps and helps keep me motivated to make these videos. Alright, thanks, and I'll show you how to use this to clear fault code. So if you end up triggering the safety restraint system fault, this is the code that's going to come up on the instrument cluster, and that message is going to stay there until it gets cleared. And so that's where the iCarSoft MB2 will come in handy. Alright, this is the iCarSoft MB2. Comes in a nice carrying case. Inside the case is going to be the main control unit. There's also going to be some cabling in here. The main one you're going to need to hook up to the Sprinter is a serial cable. And then these will come with a small micro card that has to be inserted into the bottom. Here's that little card. That's going to come with the kit when you order it. So you want to insert that card into the bottom, click it in, close that up. There's also a USB interface on this, so you can update the firmware, and the case does also include a USB cable for doing that. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, before connecting the iCarSoft MB2, make sure your ignition is off. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is locate where the iCarSoft is going to plug into the Sprinter. And that's going to be under the driver's side here. There's a little compartment where there's some fuses, and on the upper left side there's a connector here, so we're going to go ahead and pop that open, and here's a connector that we need to plug into with the serial cable. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and take the MB2 unit, hook up the serial cable to the top, go ahead and screw down the little connectors to hold that in, and then we're going to take the other side, plug it into the interface port on the Mercedes. Now that interface is going to provide power to the unit, so you'll see the screen comes alive once you make that connection. At that point you can go ahead and turn your ignition on. The car doesn't have to be running, but just have the ignition turned on. Alright, so when we get to the home screen, the first thing you want to do is select Mercedes Sprinter. You can navigate around using these arrows, but you want to go down to the Mercedes Sprinter option, select that. Then on the next screen there will be an option again. You want to select Sprinter. And on the screen after that, if you have the latest firmware, it should be version 11.20. Go ahead and select that. Then it's going to give you some options to choose the type of connection you have. Go ahead and choose Sprinter. It's the first option. Alright, on the next screen you're going to see a bunch of different diagnostic codes. These are different codes for different types of Sprinter bodies. So I have a 2018 Crew, so I'm going to select 906. I tried the other ones, they don't work. Then I tried this one, and this worked out. And then you got to select the type of engine you have, which in my case is a diesel. And then the type of transmission, which for me is automatic. And that's going to go ahead and run the scan. And this will take just a couple minutes to complete, or about a minute. Alright, when the scan's complete, there'll be a menu. It's multiple pages, so you can use the arrows to scroll through. And this is going to show you all the different subsystems that it's able to read codes from. And on the bottom there you can see there's a total of 19. So keep on scrolling. Now in my case, I need to do a reset on the safety restraint system. And there's two options for that. And you'll notice the second option will say as of, you gotta wait for it, as of production. December 2011, so that's going to be ours. And then we can go ahead and select read default codes. Let's make sure it can see what we're seeing. And we do. We see that it reads back driver's seat, belt buckle switch, open circuit. And that's why we're getting the error on the instrument, or the fault code, SRS fault code. So we want to go ahead and clear that. So we'll go back, hit escape. And then we'll go down to clear fault memory. And select OK. And it'll ask us to confirm, do we really want to erase the fault memory? We'll say yes. And it'll tell us it did that successfully. Click OK. Now after clearing the code, when you go up to the instrument panel, you may still see the SRS restraint system visit workshop. And that's because that's not going to go away until we power cycle the van. So we'll go ahead and do that. And already you see it drop to one message. Go ahead and shut it off. And then we turn it back on. Turn it back on, we'll see there's one message, and that's just the message telling me I'm overdue for service. So the SRS message has been cleared. Alright, when you're finished, go ahead and first turn off the ignition to the vehicle before unplugging. Then go ahead and remove the plug, close up the connector cover, close up the fuse box cover. And then you can go ahead and put the MB2 back in its carrying case. Remember that fault codes can be serious, so if you're unsure, take it to your dealer, make sure that the fault code is indeed something that's okay to be cleared. Especially in this case with the SRS, you wouldn't want to be clearing a code that's actually a serious issue. Alright, that concludes this session of Dad's Van. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel, click the like button, If you're interested in getting the iCarSoft MB2, again, there's a link to the product on Amazon in the description. And it doesn't cost you anything more to use that link. Just gives me a small commission, which is good motivation to keep making these videos. Thanks for watching and have fun out there.